Happy Halloween, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. As always, it's BakuBrad96 here with a brand new video. Unfortunately, guys and girls and everyone, I was going to do a Brontes Halloween special, showcasing my Brontes collection that was going to be edited, and I was really hoping it was going to be a big video, but they didn't come in, so I finally got that order. It was like a week late. I ordered it 3 weeks ago. It finally came in last night. I didn't have time to really record and edit a video, so instead, for the Halloween special, what I will be doing is going over all of my custom Generation 1 and Generation 2 Bakugan. So basically, for all of these Bakugan, for those of you who don't know, I've just switched between attributes to kind of make my own Bakuswap theme, which was an old line of Bakugan back in the original series, where the attributes were combined and then you could use either or something along those lines. Anyway, I thought this would be really cool, so I don't want it to be too long, I don't want it to be too short, and yeah, it kind of fits the whole Frankenstein spooky Halloween theme. Not as much as Scary Clown Brontes, but I'll take it. So going ahead and getting right into things, again, I don't want this video to be too long. I do want to start out with the B1 Bakugan I managed to do. For those of you who know the designs, you kind of already know the B1 Bakugan. And that is my custom Dragonoid. So not the best. Obviously it didn't go together like I would have wanted it to. But these were pretty damaged anyway, so I didn't really mind. But yeah, so Aquos and Darkus B1 Dragonoid combined. This is one half of it. I guess you could say this is the darkest half. Not really the best roller. Oh, but it did hit the card. There we go. It just doesn't really open. A little sticky, but yeah, B1 Dragonoid. All of the parts are manual. A little loose, but still really neat. Same for the darkest. The clips don't hold the best. Or I guess this is the Aquos one. The clips don't hold the best, but still really cool Bakugan. Definitely enjoyable. Looks great. I do prefer the B2 customs over the B1s. The B1s are so small, it's really hard to work with them. But yeah, two B1 Dragonoids, they're customized. That's really cool. Now, one Bakugan that I showed off, this was the first custom I tried, if I could get it to open. And that is my custom Brontes. So kind of the whole deal that got me onto the Brontes kick. I took a translucent Aquos and then a original Chaos and also combined them, kind of switched a few pieces. So in my opinion, looks really awesome. Looks really cool. Bring it up to the camera for everyone. I did make a few shorts and a few posts about some of these Bakugan. So it's not like they're all going to be new, especially if you keep up with the channel, you will have seen them before. But again, just some really neat Bakugan, just some neat combinations. And I'd be interested to know what everyone thinks about these Bakugan customs. Would you like to see me do more or others in the future? So I know I did do a few repaints on the channel, but I'm thinking I like these customs just a little more than just painting. That's me though. I want to know everyone's opinion. So yeah, there is the Brontes. Moving along. Another custom that I did a few shorts of, I think. And that is the Darkus and Aquos Fortress. So again, just like the Dragonoids, they were kind of older, they wouldn't close on their own. But once I combined them, fixed some springs and what have you, I did make a fully functional fortress. So this one looks really awesome. I definitely like it. It does have the manual pieces here at the bottom. And they do work. That is like really cool, the fact that they do work. There we go. Darkus and Aquos Fortress. Although obviously this is Aquos. Now then, moving on, I do have a few more, I guess, first season Bakugan. I mean, Brontes is new Vestroya, but trying to stay in order. So this is my first Ravenoid. I did swap two, so I have a Chaos Pyrus and then a Pyrus Chaos. The thing about Ravenoid was really cool because the entire Bakugan broke down. So the head, the shoulder, chest, and then this bottom plate, they all separate. So believe it or not, that's a Pyrus head, a Chaos torso, and then the Pyrus bottom plate, obviously with the wings. You can even take these wings off, and I thought about combining it with even more Ravenoid. but I couldn't waste my Ventus and Darkus. I wanted to keep them together and whole. So yeah, I stuck with Chaos and Pyrus, and this is the other combination. Kind of a Ravenoid twins, I guess, if you will. The only custom, well, I have two customs, but this is one of the only customs I did where both halves, or both Bakugan I swapped, ended up being fully functional. To me, that's a big deal, because you get two, not just one, and then some parts, which sadly was the case for a few of my my projects leading up to this video. So now then, probably one of the coolest, and when you see it, you will all know what I was trying to go for. It didn't really work out the way I wanted, if I can land it on the gate card. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Roll. Come on. So in testing, I swear all of these opened. But go figure, the minute I put a camera on them, none of them are going to want to open. So I did take I think this is Neo Dragonoid? This is Neo or Helix, but I think, no, Helix is Gundalian. So this is Neo. And I swapped a Darkus and a Pyrus for this one. And I was going for like the Vexos, kind of the whole Spectra evil Dragonoid vibe from New Vestroia. But it doesn't look right. The colors, they still don't match up. I guess I could have took out a few of the pins and done a little more detail with the Bakugan rather than just switch the wings. But yeah, again, wanted to keep it simple, and I am practicing. And the last thing you want to do is break all of your Bakugan. That would stink. But yeah, I mean, other than that, other than the colors not really being what I thought they were, they do match. Obviously, this one opens a lot better than the other one did. But yeah, so this is the Darkus, which I know it's kind of weird with a main Pyrus body. But that one was the Pyrus. This one is the Darkus. So really cool, just switch this, the back wings, and the little spring-loaded wings as well to give it a little bit more color and a little more character. Again, making my own little Frankenstein combinations. It is SpOoKtObEr, the season of the spookiness. So now I have a bunch of spooky Bakugan. No clowns though. Sadly, no clowns. Soon though. I guess that video will probably be next, actually. I will make a Brontes collection video next. So, next up, though, on my Bakugan, not next video, but the next Bakugan I did, was I actually took a piece of Maxis Helios and combined it. So, I could be mistaken. This isn't Spindle, I think this is Leafrim. So I took a Subterra Leafrim and then a Darkus that the head was broken and actually the little cannon was glued, the top was broken off. So I took that Darkus Bakugan, and then I took a Subterra one that wouldn't really close all that well, it was really loose, and I replaced the head, so I have a full head here. And then I just went ahead and replaced the bottom so I would have a little more matching Subterra color. Again, I would have switched these, but I don't want to mess with the pins a whole lot. I did mess with pins on one of my customs, but I'm saving that one till very last. So pretty cool, everyone. I don't know what you all think, but these projects, they were fun. All in all, I think all of these took me about a week. Averaging, mind you, like 1 or 2 a day. The process itself is really easy. A lot of the molds are self-explanatory. But if you're not careful, you will lose springs. I can't tell you all how many times I dropped something in my carpet and then proceeded to go with like one of those little magnet thingies and then my phone flashlight to try to find those springs. So that part's not fun. Otherwise, definitely a neat project that I do recommend if you have duplicate, damaged, or just spare Bakugan lying around. But anyway, moving on, I actually have a Gundalian Invaders custom. So this is my translucent Aeronaut, something like that. And that's really cool, right? Translucent Bakugan, especially for the Legacy series, is always awesome. But I had some really loose legs, like this bottom foot thing on the translucent foot would just wiggle out of place so it would stay open. And I didn't really like that, so I took a Darkus one I had that was broke, and I just swapped the legs. Probably the most minuscule custom that I have done. There's not really much to it, but now my translucent has working legs. So I will take that. But yeah, that one, literally the simplest custom I did. Like, out of all of them, that one is the most simple. After that, I guess it would have to be the Fortress, because that was literally unscrew and then put two halves together. Alright, last up for my Legacy custom is Apolloneer. So I did finally find a way to actually get Apolloneer fixed. It took a lot of flathead screwdrivers and prying apart the plastic just because of how the mold is designed. But it does come apart, and as you can all see, I did mix Ventus with Chaos. So really cool. This one's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, this was a case where the two molds didn't fit properly together on the other half. So I do have a few spare pieces of Apolloneer for when I get more, possibly, or I want to do more customs. But for now, this is the only working, functional model that I have. And really awesome. I just really like these customs. I've really enjoyed them. They've just been a ton of fun. So before I get into my last custom right here is where I want to remind all of the Baku crew that my monthly giveaways are going on in the Discord server. So follow the link down below, get that channel invite, alarm, and enter for your chance to win this epic Neo Feral Elemental, and then a Diamond Vipergon. So I'm giving away both of these bad Bakugan in this month's giveaway that will end on the 10th of November. So please be sure to enter before then. I want all of my subscribers to have a chance to win those Bakugan. Sorry about that alarm though. I guess I had everything timed out almost perfectly there. Like the giveaway wait, I was starting talking about that right when the alarm hit. So that was close. Okay, where was I? Totally, like, that alarm went off and I lost all thought, but we're good. Alright, so that's, okay. Giveaway news, giveaway information. That was good. Sorry about that little injection there of, I guess, channel or server promotion. Don't really know what you would call it, but just check out the channel server. It's awesome. Like, got the Bakucrew community on there. A lot of awesome people, a lot of awesome topics. And, you know, at the end of the day, we just, you know, talk about Bakugan. So it's really cool. Good way to meet the community and just bring us all together. So my final custom, I did decide to try a Generation 2 Bakugan. I went with Armored Alliance, or Evolution's how you look at it. And I decided to have my own opinion, or... Oh, come on, hit it. Hit the magnet. Ah, so close. Anyway, I decided to work on my own diamond, and I worked with Feral. So what I did was I took the reprinted Arless Feral from Evolutions, and the Evolutions Diamond, because I found a lot of those starters, and I just had a spare one, and I actually swapped them. So the reason I wanted to save this one for last is because this was nothing but springs and pins. I mean, there's screws for a few of the pieces, but trust me when I tell you that it is this one was all about those pins and being able to pop them out, replace the springs without any issues. And yeah, this is what I ended up with. So this is my custom Diamond Feral. Obviously, not necessarily a diamond, but, you know, it was my first time. I did want to see what it would look like, and I think it turns out really cool. If I had one nitpick of this one is I wish I would have swapped the wings for the regular RLS just to distribute the coloring a little more. But the fact that the diamond plastic or the translucent is painted, I mean, that makes it a little better. But yeah, really awesome project. A little harder than all of the others combined. I'm not gonna lie, this one took me some serious time to complete. You know, just honestly, it was that long. And then I have what I like to call the inverse diamond. So again, it was another scenario where both models I was left with were functioning when I put them back together. So this is simply everything left off of the first diamond. And I call it inverse because the interior is diamond and the exterior is the normal Arless Feral. But with the diamond head and the diamond inner body, I think it just kind of looks cool too. So I think both Feral have their good points and both Feral have their bad points. But in my opinion, they're still both really cool. Here's both of them kind of side by side so everyone can get that that general comparison and idea of what I really did to swap them around. But yeah, that is my last custom. I'm definitely curious to know what you all think about this Generation 2 custom, and should I do more? Should I make my own diamonds, or maybe my own elementals like HM Warrior? Shoutouts to his Elemental Platinum Sectonoid. But yeah, these were a little harder, but still a ton of fun, and I would definitely like to make more. I probably will. So feel free in the comments down below to leave me Generation 2 suggestions about what Bakugan I could use. But until next time, I honestly hope you all have a wonderful Halloween, a wonderful week, and I just hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for the support. Stay tuned for my next videos. Make sure to ring that notification bell. And until next time, stay safe, drome up, and Bakugan brawl. Well, you're gonna miss with Butterclaw, but brawl!